I'm Adam Harry from BoLS, and today we're taking a look at Thunderstone Quest, published by AEG, and this is designed by Mike Elliott. This was a really popular game. The first edition was released a couple years back, I believe almost 10 years ago at this point, 8-9 years ago. It was picked up by AEG, and they had a Kickstarter in the spring of 2017, or the fall, or it was in 2017. It was successful. The game was delivered earlier in 2018, and now we have a copy. This is the current edition of Thunderstone Quest. This is a deck building game designed for 2 to 4 players. It's pretty heavy. There's a whole lot of stuff in this box. I'm pretty excited about it. I really like deck building games. AEG has some really terrific card games already, so I'm sure this is going to be an extra fun thing to add to the catalog for them. So with that said, here's the back of the box. Let's go ahead and get the plastic wrap off and dive in. Alright, seriously, this game is packed full of stuff. I don't know if you can see how thick that box is, but it's definitely Team Lift here. It's got some heft to it. It's really good packaging, though. I gotta say, like, the box is pretty nice. I just gotta figure out how to get in here. There we go. Alright, what's in here? We've got the rule book, which is pretty hefty. That's not a bad thing. Little cheat sheet there. We'll come back to the rule book here in a second. So 23 pages. We've got, some fancy things to pull that out. I'm going to turn it that way so we can see what we have here. We have a quest book. Minor spoilers, there's quests in here. So we probably won't show off the quests. I would recommend buying the game for this. This is what makes the game kind of cool. More than that, but anyway, we've got the player board, or game board, not the player board. There you go. It's a pretty good sized board. If you're not familiar with Monster Quest, you're basically killing monsters kind of cooperatively, sort of competitively. Whoever gets the most victory points at the end wins. It's kind of like that, but it's a deck building game. Here's player boards. So side quests, guild sponsorships, pretty nice boards. You get 4 of these, I believe. Player deck, discard pile goes there, hit points, all that fun stuff. And it has a nice little cheat sheet down at the bottom for you as well. These fold. That's kind of cool. And 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. You can see. Cool. Alright, we have some neat little miniatures here. Pretty nice looking sculpts, to be honest. Did not know these were in here. Cool. Like a sorceress or a wizard or something. Got like this leaping fighter. Cool. These look like PVC. They're a little bendy, but they snap back, so that's cool. Not terrible detail either. Not the sharpest, but not bad. No complaints from me. You could probably get some paint on these. It's like a rogue type character. And then we got some more here. Yeah, not bad detail at all. Little soft because of the material, but this is not a miniatures game, so I'll let it go. I'll let it slide. All right, we've got some meeples, some wooden tokens. Let me make sure these are wood. Let's open it up and find out. Yeah, we got wood and plastic bags. By the way, AEG, thank you for putting plastic bags in here. I know it's a small thing to some people, but I really appreciate it. I don't know. This is probably like a wound marker. Looks like a blood splat, but it is wooden. So got some of those, and everything comes pre-bagged, which is kind of nice. Again, all those different components. I have no idea what these are for yet, but we get a couple of bags of those. Dice, nice big numbers. It's not a 9. That's a 6. Nice big D6s. Looks like you get 5 of those. What else do we have? We have some tiles. I'm betting these go on the game board. So we have the game board here. And these might go on the game board somewhere. I'm not sure. We'll find out. Or maybe adjacent to the game board. That'd be fun. Alright. Some more tiles. You got a stack of tiles. Whoa! Alright, there's a whole lot of tiles. More tiles, more tiles. What are these tiles? Abyssal Temple. That sounds not good. It's got text on it either way. There's... Oh! I bet we have some challenge ratings here. Or something along those lines. I have not played this game, and I haven't looked at the rules yet, so I have no idea. And this is just more parts of the game. The wilderness. Alright. Alright. More stuff. Okay, so that section. Maybe it has something to do with the... Whoa! Okay. This game is a deck builder, right? I was waiting for the cards. Holy crap. Let me move these out. Yeah. That's a lot of cards. I'm gonna pull these two out. Alright. These are for card holding. I always like to take everything out of the box to see if there's any hidden surprises. That's a lot of cards! Holy moly! Yep. Nothing, no false bottoms here. That is the end of the line here for the box. That is a ton of stuff. Wow. Anybody want to play some cards? Let's do this. I am, for obvious reasons, not going to open up all of these packs on camera. All in all, let's see. I think there's 500 plus cards, maybe 200. Okay, there are a lot of cards. 156 basic component cards, 4 quests each with 246 cards, 6 dungeon room tiles, randomizers with dividers. So that's all your dividers here. 1 quest with 245 cards, 3 dungeon room tiles, randomizers and dividers, a village board, 4 player boards, 140 wooden tokens, 5 six-sided dice, a rulebook, a quest book, 6 plastic figurines, and 1 wilderness tile. That's what these cards are for. Back of the napkin math. That's over 600 cards. Just about 600 cards. Yeah, 650-ish cards. That's yeah, with dividers. Okay, that said, let's go ahead. I'm gonna pull these out. I'm gonna figure out some logical piles, and we'll show off a couple of them. Okay, so I've got everything pulled out of the box, card-wise. Thankfully, all of the cards are labeled to show you what you're going to get in the pack before you open it. Now, there are 5 starting adventures here in the box. You can see them all here. They're named. There are 3 packs for adventure. You can see this is A Mirror in the Dark 1, 2, and 3. Again, there's 5 of those going around. There are some basic cards here. There's 3 packs of basic cards. There's some monster cards and some other hero ally cards. There's also these dividers, which you get. Now, these cards are just dividers. They just have the name of the item set front and back. Nothing too crazy there. But you can kind of see cool artwork, I gotta say. So these are the for the heroes, keep their decks together. So just dividers. You get a bunch of these, as you can see, to keep track of everything. So move these to the side for now, so they want to slide everywhere. Alright, so I'm not going to open up all of 5 of these for obvious reasons. Those are the quests to the storyline. I don't want to spoil all of that, but you do get 3 packs per each one, so lots to play through, a lot going on here. Let's go ahead and start off with the basics, and we'll pop one of these open real quick. And just use my X-Acto knife. I find it a little easier to just slide that in there and then pop it like so. I say that on camera and then there we go. Here we go. And yes, I'm just throwing the plastic on the floor. We'll clean it up later. Alright, so what's in the basic cards 1? So let's get some arcane studies. We're not going to go through all these, but you can kind of see, again, these are the generic basic cards. How the game works is there are 4 keys that you have to collect to unlock the Thunderstone Golem, I believe, and then you fight him, and then the player with the most XP, gold, and all the other stuff at the end of the game, victory points, wins. So Thieves Guild cards, I'm not going to show all these off. Here's some basics. This is a deck builder, so you're going to start off probably each player with the same starting type of deck. From there, you're going to be buying items from the marketplace and things like that to take on challenges in the different rooms of the dungeons and stuff like that to get more money, more victory points, and more XP to upgrade your deck and get better. It's a pretty standard deck building game. There are some fun twists. Obviously, there's fun miniatures and things like that. So that was basic cards. Let's go ahead and pop open these cards. These look like enemy cards. So you can tell because they got the red and they have the kind of maroon burgundy color, and they have a skull. Oh, scary. Yeah, that's what that means. Alright, tear these off. Again, yep. I don't know anything about these characters yet, because like I said, haven't read the rules, not all of them. Yeah. Different items, different upgraded versions of cards. That looks like the Human Fighter Hero dungeon. Okay. Yeah. So, ooh, a rapier. Outlands. Okay. So more of those cards, and we get a second pack of those. Let's go ahead. I'm going to open up one of these packs to show you kind of what's included with the quest pack. This is a lot of cards, and again, you're supposed to keep these all. I'm sure there's shuffling, but they have them separated for a reason when you first start. Let's open this up. A mirror in the dark. That's probably the villain that you're going to be fighting, or one of many. Or maybe a recruiter. I don't really know. Goblins. I love the artwork, by the way. Really great artwork in this game. I like the card design. It's pretty easy to read. Different stuff on the bottom here. Again, I don't know what any of these effects do yet, because I haven't read the rules. There you go. Whoa. Karthos the Sorcerer. Undead Ancient Adventurer. Pretty cool. He's got 2 numbers. I wonder what that's for. Anyway, you get the idea. Pretty cool artwork. Gorlander. Yeah. He only wield 1 weapon. Alright. There's a upgraded version. Hawkswood. Cool. Anyway, those are in the Mirror in the Dark first pack. But yeah, this is a card builder. There's tons of stuff. Let's go ahead and pause real fast. I'm going to flip through the rules, and we'll come back and talk about them. All right, I've got the board laid out with some tiles to show you how the board's going to look. I don't have any of the cards placed out here because this is actually the labeled side of the board. I figured that'd probably be easier for folks to see what's going on. So to start, the game itself, again, is 2 to 4 players. You're on a quest. The end goal of the game is to collect the most victory points and XP, and basically just have the most stuff at the end of the game to win. The game ends. Players score victory points from their cards in their deck and XP tokens gained during play. Highest total wins. Pretty straightforward. You're playing the role of adventurers. You have a deck. Everybody starts the same deck because this is a deck builder. You're going to be buying items and recruiting stuff from the marketplace. The guild quarters allows you to upgrade heroes. The bazaar lets you get different types of gear, stuff like that. Temple will allow you to heal. The arcane shop has higher end gear, things like that. It's pretty straightforward. You're going to be questing in the dungeons to take on monsters. Here's a typical layout here. The dungeons are made up of different levels, 1, 2, and 3, and there will be 2 tiles on the dungeon. You can see I actually have one flipped over and one on the opposite side, so you can see they are actually labeled on the back. But the actual setup will look like this. Marketplace, that one's pretty straightforward. You're buying stuff. Let me show you a breakdown of a card real quick too. You have the fight value, you have the level, you have the armor value, or the skill value, the hero skill value. That determines how proficient a hero is at wielding weapons. So different weapons have different values that you have to have. There's light value. That's the amount of light the card produces. You have to have enough light to move deeper into the dungeon. Again, you have the level, which we talked about kind of already, just kind of as an indicator. There's a text box, which is just going to be more info about the card. There's the VP value, so the amount of VP the card's worth at the end of the game. So keep that in mind. That's a little Thunderstone, shockingly enough. And then the gold cost value. gold cost value here, and then sorry, this is the attack value. Gold cost value is down here. Attack value, covered that one. That's how much it costs to, that's how much it produces. That's the. You're going to start with a hand of cards. Those cards will have a gold value. You use those cards, you can buy more stuff or play them to do their effects. Yeah. Moving on. It's a card builder, deck builder. It's, yeah, if you've never played a deck builder before, they're fun. Moving on here. Turn sequence, pretty straightforward. There's prep phase. You go in the village and do stuff. There's some optional things like healing and drawing cards, things like that. Or you draw cards at the end, whatever. Dungeon phase, this is where you're going to actually fight monsters. This is what I was trying to get to. Monsters have a similar card layout. That's going to be their health value or their armor health value here. The little number that I noticed earlier, that's actually their armor value. Creatures can have a physical armor value denoted by this green symbol with like the chains, or a magic value here denoted by the purple with the runes and stuff like that. This creature has a armor value of resistance against physical. So in order to defeat this monster, I'd have to do 7 damage with my total attack value of physical or magic damage, and it would ignore the first 3 points of physical. The armor reduces the player's physical or magic resistance by the value stated. So if I was going at this creature with just straight up physical damage, I'd have to do 10 damage total to take it out. But if I did a combination of physical and magic, I could take him out easier. Down here, we've got the level of the creature. We talked about that. We've got the text. This bottom row actually shows you've got the wound value for the creature, how much is it's going to do if it gets to survive the round and attack back. And most monsters actually deal wounds after the battle, regardless of whether you defeat them or not. So if you're in a fight and you can get hit back for that wound value. And then these other icons are going to be the reward icons. So you get either VP or runes, treasure, potions, things like that. And again, all monsters do have a level. This icon is the alert icon. If the monster should not be ignored, as mentioned earlier, which basically that's the alert icon, they will do stuff, can wreak havoc on your hand and your stuff like that. But moving on from there, again, it's a pretty straightforward deck builder. The game is a big cycle of going to the marketplace, upgrading your deck, getting new cards, going out to the dungeon, adventuring, doing all the stuff in the dungeon. What you're doing is, to end the game, you actually have to find 4 Guardian keys, which I mentioned earlier. You fight the Thunderstone Guardian, not Thunderstone Golem, my bad. The Thunderstone Guardian is like a big boss at the end of the fight. I think there's like a picture, here you go. They have special text, like the big Smorga the Queen, she's a Guardian. You get XP value if you're playing campaign mode and stuff like that. There's a lot of different modes of play in this game too. There's also side quests and other things you can complete. There's a big giant epic quest if you want to play that way. It's actually a really fun game. It takes about 60 to 90 minutes for a typical game. Yep. And it is, again, 2 to 4 players. It's recommended ages 14 up. There's a lot of stuff going on. There are some changes. If you played Thunderstone Advanced, there's a list of changes here. If you have that's basically the second edition of the game, or second printing, or whatever you want to call it. There's a whole index in here to kind of explain different minutiae about the game. There's a quick FAQ as well, and then there's a campaign log if you want to keep track of all that fun stuff. And of course, there's always a handy cheat sheet on the back here for the reference guide. Yeah, but overall, game looks fantastic. It is a deck builder, as I've said multiple times now. Those are a ton of fun. The board adds a lot to the game, just with the different placements and how the marketplace works, and leveling up heroes. It's actually a really good. They've gotten a lot of feedback from fans from the previous editions, from the Kickstarters and things like that. They're actually coming out with another expansion as well, which may or may not be up for Kickstarter by the time you see this video. I'm not sure, but you can always search for Thunderstone Quest or AEG, and you can find it that way. Or check with your local retailers. Anyway, that's it for this Thunderstone Quest unboxing. Sorry about the brief rules overview, but I literally just opened this box. Anyway, I'm Adam Harry from BoLS. Thanks for watching. Click to subscribe. Check out more videos. And thanks for watching.